Welcome, everyone. I'm Louis Bohan, and with me here is Kaleem Khan. We're excited to walk you through a detailed market analysis for Texas, focusing on the tremendous opportunity for Odoo partners. This isn't just about general growth. It's about giving you actionable data. That way, you can build a highly profitable practice in one of the most dynamic states in North America.
Yep, and Louis, you know my phrase, I don't do business with people I don't know, so allow me to introduce myself. So my name is Kaleem Khan. I am currently a partnership and alliance team lead here at Odoo Inc. And I've worked all throughout Odoo. I've worked at a strategic account manager, helping some of our top partners. I also function as a partner executive here, onboarding some of the earlier partners. And one of my biggest focus has always been helping new partners build go-to-market strategies, help them understand the partnership program, and understand best practices.
And I'm Louis Bohan, also partnerships and alliances team lead. I will also work closely with our partner prospects, supporting them with their early clients, giving demos, helping them build momentum. Please feel free to reach out to either of us at the contacts on the screen.
Yes. And now let's go over our agenda. We have a pretty exciting agenda for everybody. We're going to first talk about the opportunities in Texas. Then we're going to follow that with a market analysis of Texas, where we understand what's actually going on. From there, we will go into a deeper dive into the partnership opportunity, and more specifically, our partnership program. And then lastly, I do want to give you guys a partner case so we can paint a realistic picture here. Sound great?
Let's go.
So now, before we do all of this, we do need to understand the ERP market in North America. And it's a huge market. We're predicted to be around $40 billion in 2030. And Louis, I don't know if you know this, but North America actually accounts for a third of the global ERP market.
It's massive.
It's absolutely massive. And there's a few reasons for that. Specifically for North America, it's been one of the regions that has the highest adoption of cloud. It's also a environment where we have a very mature ecosystem of partners. And it has the highest concentration of large enterprise clients. And large enterprise clients have always been the early adopters of the SaaS and digitization initiative, specifically in manufacturing, distribution, finance, logistics, you name it. And one more thing to understand about North America, and it'll go into Odoo, is this aspect of being on the cloud. There's not a lot of ERPs that have historically been on the cloud. They've been more on-premise, like some of your big legacy softwares. But the big benefit on being on cloud is reduce infrastructure costs, improve scalability, and enable faster innovations. And that's one of the things that we're going to talk about to Odoo. Secondly, Odoo has always been focused on the small to medium-sized market. It's a place where there's actually insane growth, and nobody has ever tailored their software towards them except Odoo. And one of the big reasons for that is a lot of these small to medium sized markets, they need something that's scalable. It has to be intuitive. It needs to be cost effective, and it has to be something that's user friendly. It's a system that you're going to use every single day, so might as well love the system. And Odoo ties all of that together and actually brings the power of a lot of innovations. AI was one of our biggest features in Odoo 19. It has over 75 different modules out of the box. So it's actual very scalable, and we use it every day. I think personally it's a software that is extremely easy to use and get behind. Now, given those facts, let's go and take a deep dive into the business opportunities.
Texas is a primary driver of growth. It's an economic powerhouse, has a GDP of around 3 trillion, which ranks it actually as the second largest economy in North America, GDP wise. The high GDP per capita at 95,000 is a real signal that it's a developed market, but still developing, which is crucial for our business and potentially all of our partners coming on board, existing partners as well, as Texas is one of the most digitally advanced states with about 91% of households having internet access. So this is where Odoo is perfectly positioned, and you could be too, as we already support the necessary localizations and electronic invoicing capabilities. So this section will give you the precise data points on Odoo's traction in Texas.
Yep. And there are a few things that we want to understand. We're going to first talk about the industries with the highest interest in Odoo, and we're going to measure that by generated leads. Secondly, we're going to go into industries with the highest actual adoption. We're going to measure that with active subscriptions. And then industries with the highest growth, industries that are increasing their searches for Odoo. So let's get to it.
Let's start by looking at where the initial demand, the leads, are coming from.
Yep. And right now, what we're looking at are the top 5 industries with the most generated leads specifically for Texas. So we're going to notice at the top, it's wholesale and retail. It's accounting for about 21%. So nearly 1 in 5 leads are related to wholesale and retail. And oftentimes, they're looking for CRM, sales, inventory, POS, accounting. A lot of the modules in Odoo that are actually very, very strong. Second industry is manufacturing and maintenance. No surprise here. Mm-hmm. And oftentimes they're looking for a system that can connect inventory to manufacturing, to shop floor, to accounting, so you can cost labor and inventory valuations. We'll follow that with our third industry, which is going to be construction and renovation. And this accounts for about 1 in every 10 leads. And companies in this space are often looking for solutions that go beyond quoting and beyond estimating. It's more about project management as well as accounting, field operations, maintenance, financial reporting, resource planning, you name it. We now go to health and social services, which is a really interesting market because oftentimes in health, you will find compliance, additional restrictions, which Odoo can handle. And then lastly, we have utilities and energy. It is Texas. So this is a huge market as well, making the list. And with increasing demand for modernization, digitization, I think Odoo is a perfect fit for them. But these are going to be some of the most generated leads for Texas.
Leads are great, but the subscriptions show where Odoo is providing real solutions. So let's look at those actual closed deals.
Yep. So we're going to notice a difference here, Lewis. So we see that the number 1 industry that's closed is actually manufacturing. And there is a good reason for that. The Odoo manufacturing module with shop floor is extremely strong and versatile, able to handle all your bill of materials, sub-assemblies, cost tracking, traceability, you name it. But now we see something that's a bit of a surprise to us. We see the second industry with the most amount of subscriptions is actually IT, communication, and marketing. And to me, when I look at this number, it helps me understand that this is a place where new partners can actually take advantage of it. This is maybe an area that isn't marketed as much by partners, but it actually has a lot of demand, as we can clearly see with the amount of subscriptions. Second one is wholesale and retail. This was our number one most generated leads per industry. And we see it as only our top three. So what does this show me? This shows me that there is actually a need for partners that can specialize more in this industry, Lewis. Maybe partners that can specialize in POS, that can build additional add-ons that help optimize inventory management. But it's a huge opportunity because, again, most generated leads, but still not the most close subscriptions. So a big gap there for a new partner just like you to take advantage of. Number 4 is science and technology, another industry that we didn't see on the leads. And again, this gives us an opportunity for individuals like yourself that might have connections in the science and technology industry. Maybe this is something you're passionate about, or simply this is something that you're willing to learn and maybe master as your niche or vertical. And then lastly, we see construction and renovation. It's only accounting for about 1.5% of leads, but it's still something that shows us that this is a market that can handle project management, as we've mentioned before.
Now let's look at the future. Where is the most explosive growth happening year over year?
Yeah, and we're actually going to be surprised. So we're seeing a huge shift in government contracts. We can see about 700% growth, followed by food and hospitality, tourism, beverage. Actually, a very common industry where you're seeing about 343% growth, and it's getting huge in Texas. Construction and renovation, there it is. It was something that over the past few years, we're seeing more leads getting generated, more opportunities closing that. And it's showing that this is actually one of our top 5 industries that has the highest year over year growth. So again, another great opportunity for individuals in this field. Transportation and logistics. Transportation and logistics has always been a great industry for Odoo in general. But it's great to see that in Texas, this is something that is now growing even more. And then lastly, you're seeing finance, legal, insurance. This is an industry that is actually growing pretty significantly at about 121% year over year growth. So pretty neat.
Substantial. So let's zoom out to see Odoo's overall momentum in the state.
Yeah. So we got the beautiful state of Texas here. And one thing we're going to notice is that currently we are at about 1,035 clients. Just last year was actually a huge month. Last year was a huge year for Odoo. We brought in nearly 534 subscriptions. And on average, the annual growth rate is about 115. And one thing you're going to notice from this graph, Lewis, you're seeing this exponential growth. In 2020, we had roughly about 12 clients in Texas. And in 2025, we brought in over 534 clients, which is insane. It's showing about almost a 4,300% growth between 2020 and 2025.
Huge.
And that's one reason why we need great partners. This market in Texas is evolving. It's growing even over the past few years, which brings endless opportunities. Places where we can push, partners in certain industries, verticals, as we discussed, but places where you can take advantage of this market. It's some place that Odoo is thriving, and it's actually one of our top markets for North America specifically, with California, New York, and Florida. So it's great to see how much growth we've had in Texas. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about how the opportunity to become a partner for Odoo.
Definitely. So what being an Odoo partner means is really tapping into the multiple revenue streams, the skill sets that you already have, and the support that Odoo offers our partners. So as an implementer, there's a market aspect and then personalizing. So as an implementer, you manage the implementation, act as a software implementation company, or focused on technology, hardware, infrastructure provider. Depending on what your expertise is right now, that's the best trajectory for yourself into the Odoo partner ecosystem. On a market aspect, you act as a marketing agency, promote the platform through business consulting, other advisory type services. And then you can also personalize. Use the Odoo open source platform to provide custom software development and specialized advisory services. That way, you're really catering the Odoo platform's already vast inbox or out of the box functional capabilities with your own expertise, customizing as your client needs, and you can dominate your niche or sector. So we welcome a diverse range of experts into the Odoo Partner program.
And just a little comment on that. With my background as a strategic account manager, some of my most successful partners did focus on those specific niche industries and make it their own. So it's really true that, you can focus on a niche industry and pretty much dominate that.
Definitely.
Now let's understand this 360 growth program with about 5 different aspects here that I want to mention. One of them is the commercial and functional support you get as an Odoo partner. Odoo partners get a dedicated account manager who, often like how I used to do, focuses on building go-to-market strategies, helping them understand sales cycles, being strategic with marketing, helping with negotiation. So providing a lot of support and that connection to Odoo. Secondly, we do have our tailored training sessions, self-taught functional training sessions that gives us a good way to understand the Odoo system. But we also have that paid training, which I always recommend, Lewis. Thirdly, you'll get access to Odoo SH. Odoo SH is not only a hosting environment, but it's a platform that you can take advantage of, not only building trials, but building out sandbox environments. We then talk about positioning and access to business opportunities. When you're an Odoo partner, you actually get marketed by Odoo. Odoo spends nearly $30 million a year on marketing, which is insane. And it gives partners an opportunity to ride this coattail, be posted on our pricing page, be posted on our Find a Partner page, get visibility, go to trade shows with us, business shows, you name it. And then lastly, what everybody likes to talk about, monetization. There's a lot of opportunity here, not only from the implementation costs, which 100% goes to partners, all their services, but the commissions as well, which you'll talk about a little bit.
So this is where you make money. There are 4 primary revenue streams from licenses, commissions, as well as commissions on Odoo SH. And then, of course, the services that you are offering clients. As well as on the Odoo App Store if you want to produce various third-party modules. So from the licenses, you earn recurring revenue from 10 to 20%, depending on your partner tier, Ready, Silver, or Gold. And then regarding Odoo SH commissions, partners receive a 50% commission on the hosting cost when the client has Odoo SH as their hosting choice. And this provides additional recurring revenue to the partner. It's actually passive income, being that Odoo manages the environment completely. Cloud, developer container, CPUs needed by the client, as well as the memory, all in that hosting environment. Managed by Odoo, but commission paid out to the partner. Additionally, services, you keep 100% of that revenue for yourself. That could be in the realm of implementation, development, customization of code, support, maybe the SLA arrangement you have with your client, as well as consulting services, maybe marketing, maybe just business strategy, accounting. And then the average implementation hourly rate in the market ranges from $40 to $80 on a conservative side, upwards in different niches and industries of 150 to 300 USD in some areas. And so this goes onto your balance sheet as income as an Odoo partner. Additionally, as I mentioned, the Odoo App Store, you get 70% commission or profit share on the sale of any of your third-party modules posted on the Odoo App Store. So that's another additional revenue flow.
Yeah, and fun fact, we actually have one of the largest third-party marketplaces for the apps. Pretty neat.
Significant.
Now, becoming a partner is actually a fairly simple process. there's essentially two steps. There is a annual activation fee of $3,950 USD, and with that, we do need you guys to become functionally certified in Odoo. And as you can see here on the screen, Lewis, the three stages: ready, silver, gold. They have their associated KPIs. Anybody that enters our system starts off as a ready partner, where your annual requirement is simply just to get certified and actually to bring in 10 users by the end of the year. But if you want to move up to becoming a silver partner, you need to hit the KPI of 75 new users and having 3 people internally certified in Odoo. And then if you want to be a heavy hitter, the gold partner, which should be, again, our gold standard, no pun intended, you need to bring in about 300 users on a yearly basis and have about 6 certified employees.
So this slide summarizes the full value of partnership. It's a comprehensive 360-degree approach. We provide the strategic resources for expansion, including, for one, training, intensive, that ranges several different options of training, from intensive boot camps to very module focused master classes. Then on the commercial area of things, the partner manager's goal is for you to scale your business, and so supports you in that respect. Visibility as well. You are posted on the Odoo, odoo.com, and that can generate leads for you, where clients find you that way, as well as qualified leads going to you because you've maintained a close relationship with your partner manager, which is really vital to the partnership program. Additionally, you have access to Odoo source code, which gives you the freedom to customize to your client's specific needs. And then regarding monetization, Kaleem's already mentioned, but licenses, Odoo SH, and then generally expanding your portfolio and therefore expanding your client base, which is maybe something that your current business might not be doing with the portfolio of various ERP options that you're offering your clients currently. So these are all resources for your expansion. And with this program and these resources, it's simply a matter of time and commitment before you join Odoo's strategic team, excuse me, our gold and silver level.
And then let's take a deeper dive into that partnership aspect. Like Lewis was mentioning, there's a lot of trainings, and one of the trainings I actually always recommend is our PLO bootcamp. Historically, that has been the kind of key difference between partners that have been successful in our system and not. You're getting trained directly by Odoo, and it actually cuts down training costs by more than half, actually. We can get people trained up as little as in 2 weeks, which is insane. And then commercial and marketing benefits. We mentioned a few of these being posted on our website, but you also get access to our brand rights, our logos, our website materials, even our brochures, partner roadmap. We have, again, a pretty extensive partnership program, but it runs even beyond the partnership program. We have the ability to go and sponsor trade shows with you, go to our business shows that we do for Odoo often. Monetizing on Odoo, again, like you mentioned, passive income is great. And one thing I want to bring attention to is actually the average billing rate is around 150 USD per hour. And oftentimes a minimum project would be about $5,000 per USD. So even when you think about the most basic or smallest project in Odoo, you're almost immediately getting your ROI back. And not to mention the commissions that you mentioned. And then we discussed this, how to become a partner. We have our annual fees. We have our functional certification. But then, like we mentioned, there are the additional trainings that we typically recommend. And usually when you work with one of the partnership advisors, they can tailor a package for you with not only functional training, but support hours if needed for implementation, and even technical training, which we've gone over and is actually pretty useful, understanding not only the technical side of Odoo, but actually how to develop on Odoo successfully with best practices. From here, let's actually talk about a success story. We want to give you guys a little snapshot of an actual partner in Texas and their journey. So the partner that we wanted to discuss actually started in July 2024. So just a few years ago, they started off as a official partner. They got some training done, and they had one person certified in Odoo. And it was a great opportunity to work with them. We again built out a go-to-market strategy. We focused on niche that they wanted to tackle. We understood their bandwidth as well, which was very important to us. And we were actually able to do our first implementation within 6 months, which isn't a very long window if you take into account onboarding and training. And then from there, they were able to bring on 6 new clients. And one of them was over 25 users and a multi-year, which again allowed them to increase not only commissions, but get a client for long-term support and services. And they actually have 100% retention rate, which is amazing. It's showing you that this partner did a quality job and their customers wanted to stay with them long term. And oftentimes, the average contract size in Odoo is about a 3-year contract. And more importantly, one of the big things I want to highlight, Lewis, is the commissions that they brought in. So just evaluating commissions alone, not anything related to the revenue that they got from implementation, they brought over $8,000 in commissions in just 1 year. So that not only paid for the partnership, but paid for all the training services itself. And as you mentioned, it's passive income. So as the clients continue renewing and being satisfied with Odoo, there's going to be commissions that keep coming from this. Not to mention, as we talked about, the revenue that they generate from implementation, but even the revenue that they'll generate from just ongoing support. So a really amazing success story for a partner just like you guys in Texas, showing you that within the first year, if you work with Odoo and you understand that there are trainings that need to be taken advantage of, we can work with you to be successful in this market. Now, many of you guys watching are probably ready to become a partner, and we are here to help you take your business to the next level by simply meeting with one of us and meeting with our team to discuss the partnership program and letting us work with you to see how we can best align.
So if you have specific questions about the market analysis, the growth program, or how to get certified, please reach out to Kaleem or I directly. QR codes here.
Yeah. Feel free to take a picture of those QR codes, phone numbers, and then email is always one of the easiest ways to reach me. So if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email. I'm pretty good at responding pretty quick.
Or come see us at OXPA. The Odoo Experience Americas is a premier 2-day tech and business event. It's taking place September 2nd and 3rd, 2026 at Pier 27, the Embarcadero in San Francisco. It's where 6,000 plus attendees can connect with innovators and attend over 100 talks and get an exclusive first look at Odoo 20. So see you there.
Yeah.
Thank you again for your time. Follow Odoo on our social channels to keep up with our latest news and events. We look forward to partnering with you.
Yeah. See y'all later.